My name is Jay Sparflight, and this is my commemorative speech. We all think of Disney World as being the happiest place on earth. But have you ever really stopped and thought about how it all began and who was the genius behind it all? Well, it all started with Walt Disney, which is where the infamous place got its name. The first notable thing that Disney created was his Steamboat Willie that starred the cartoon character Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse was the key that opened the door to all of Disney's success and turned his cartoon drawings into the global empire that it has become today. Walt Disney was many things, such as an innovator, entrepreneur, and producer. But most of all, he was a creator and an inspiration to all. Two things I want to talk to you today about is how inspiring Walt Disney was and his success. So what was it about Walt Disney that made him such an inspiration to so many people? Walt Disney was an inspiration to many, but he inspired me most of all by the way he never was afraid to take chances and never gave up on his vision. According to an article on Walt Disney, in 1923 his studio had become burdened with debt and Disney was forced to declare bankruptcy. So him and his brother pooled together their money and headed to Hollywood. Most of us probably would have took our losses and started on another path, but not him. He never accepted failure and ended up making one of the most important business moves of his career. The biography goes on to explain that at the beginning of their rebuilding process, Walt Disney discovered that some of his people close to him have stolen the rights to Oswald along with some of Disney's animators, except for iWorks. Walt Disney never got discouraged. This only pushed him to work harder, and shortly after he produced 3 cartoons featuring Mickey Mouse. This was the start of something incredible, the start of something beyond imagination. All of this was made possible because Walt Disney never gave up. He chose to always follow his dreams, no matter what the risk was. And this is why he is such an inspiration, because he wasn't afraid to think outside the box. If you ever been to Disney World, or into a store, or watched one of the countless Disney movies, you know that Walt Disney was a very successful man. Disney World itself is the size of a town, but that's just one of the many locations around the world. Unfortunately for him, he died before his brand became the global success that it is today. He even went as far as to create his own idea of a community, which is where the ideas of Epcot came from. Disney World is one of the most visited places in the world, and all of this was created by the ideas of one man. In conclusion, Walt Disney is the man who turned his own dreams into a worldwide legacy. It all started with a simple drawing of a cartoon and has become a multi-million-dollar theme park that is constantly adding new dreams for children to discover and explore. The term magical is exactly how it feels to walk around Disney World, and all of these things are exactly why Disney World is known as the happiest place on earth.